Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections, guys. Oh my God, there we go. All right, so today, kind of a video, that I wanted to put up because they are popular, because people do ask, and this is my, I hate to do this, but this is my EDC video. These are the items that, EDC, if you're not familiar, stands for Everyday Carry. You know, there's so many videos like this, and they're really popular, and, you know, a lot of times, let me try to put this into words. These videos kind of annoy me sometimes, like, kind of like how gun reviews go, you know, and I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying that there's not a lot of great information out there, but a lot of times when you see, and there's a lot of really great gun review guys, but a lot of times I hate when and I don't know everybody's background, obviously, but, you know, I hate when guys, a lot of amateurs do gun reviews. And I'm not saying I'm not an amateur, right? I'm just saying that I hate when guys talk about combat situations and reviewing guns in situations they're probably never going to get into, and they probably have never been into, but they act like they are like Navy SEALs. So just my pet peeve. You know, again, review how you want, not calling anybody out, not naming anybody, you know, but it does make me laugh because I've said it in many videos. You never know how you're going to react in any given situation unless you have been in that situation countless times. And that would really only be a soldier, you know, and even that situation is going to be different than, you know, civilian life. So just take it for what it is. So the EDC videos, sometimes when I see guys doing EDC videos, it's like they have this slew of things that it's like, dude, you don't carry that every day, you know. But they are popular again, so I wanted to share with you guys my EDC video. And this is the newest items to my EDC, because I think EDC kind of changes quite a bit over time. There's always new cool things, and my EDC is never 100% the same, but this is my normal EDC stuff I generally carry on a consistent level. Things that they're generally going to be on me 99% of the time. Now there are times where one of these items may not be on me, but let's go ahead and share what I got. So now I am a concealed weapon permit holder. I do carry a concealed weapon. Sometimes, and I've said it before in a lot of my craft holster videos, that I don't always want to carry a full size or even a mid-size, mid-frame, you know, firearm. My clothing, you know, I don't wear super baggy clothes, you know. My stuff is pretty fitted. And so it becomes very difficult to have all this extra gingerbread. When you wear fitted pants, I'll be honest with you, I don't even really like to have anything in my pockets. But when you're wearing fitted pants like this, and these are not like skinny jeans or anything, but everything really shows. And you start to kind of look like, that's cool if you're, you know, if you're law enforcement or a soldier, and you got all this stuff on you. But generally, I don't like to have a lot of stuff kind of hanging off me. But if you're going to carry these things, you know, you're just going to have to kind of deal with that. So, so obviously, this is common sense because most people have EDC, right? And I think it's, again, pretty funny sometimes when people have like all these things. You know, they don't smoke, but they got a lighter. You know, they have like a special toothpick. And again, to each their own, you know, but this is my kind of my normal, you know, realistic everyday carry, right? So, first and foremost, we have a wallet. And you guys know I do like flashy stuff. It's not all gold. But I really am into the exotic skins. So I got this wallet probably about, gosh, 5-6 years ago. This was just kind of an eBay special. I think the brand on this is, let's see. Is it Pelgio? P-E-L-G-I-O. I'll tell you, my first impression when it comes to like exotic skins like snake, I always thought snake was, you know, really kind of delicate. And it can be, you know, depending on the type of snake you get and the scales. But this is made of cobra. And I'll tell you that cobra skin is got to be one of the most durable materials that I've ever had in anything. Most wallets I burn through. I mean, a wallet's something we use non-stop. And this wallet, again, I mean, there are a little bit signs of wear, so where some of the scales are kind of opening up a little bit around the edges, just kind of stretching a little bit, I would say. But you know, for something that's taken in and out of my pants like every single day, I've gone through wallets like in the past within a year. You know, they just fall apart, they rip, they become really beat up, and this is just an amazing, durable material. It's incredible, and I'll tell you, if when it comes time someday of replacing this wallet, I will definitely go with Cobra again. Now, depending on the snake skin you get, you know, rattlesnake, python, you can really feel the scales, and if you rub your hand across them, they will lift. Cobra is obviously different unless this stuff has been treated. I don't know much about this, you know, with skins. I like them. I'm not an expert by any means. And if you guys know, by all means, drop me a comment. But I feel like Cobra skin is flatter. Like you can't lift the scales. Now, again, this might have been treated with something. I'm not really sure, but it's not like I've, you know, rattlesnake and python boots. And when you clean them, you clean in one direction. Otherwise, you can lift the scales and damage them. With this, you can take this in and out of your pocket. It's completely smooth. So pretty incredible. I mean, this company, I know a lot of guys make different wallets, but I would really try to stick with the Pelgeo brand. You know, I wish I was sponsored by them because they're incredible. Their product's incredible. So with that theme, of course, these are kind of a couple new additions here. Well, actually not this one here. I'll always carry some sort of pocket knife. So it's not always this particular knife. This is a Cricket. This is an older one. This is called the Marzitinelli Prowler, I think it's called, right? Don't know much about it. I got it as a gift from my brother-in-law and my sister. Really cool gift. The cool thing about it was I thought it was just kind of a generic knife, which I love collecting knives, but I didn't know it was actually a Cricket until like last week. I didn't even really look at it. I didn't even notice that this is a really nice quality knife. So I'll always carry some kind of knife on me in my pocket, you know, just for opening packages and, you know, watch purchases, you know, and leather jackets, boots. So I'll always have something like that on my pocket, right? And sometimes it'll be, you know, an eBay cheapie. Sometimes it'll be an OTF. Just depends on what I feel like carrying. One of my most recent additions is a little itty-bitty flashlight because I always find myself in need of a little extra light, and I find myself using my phone quite a bit. And honestly, I can't stand having to open the phone, get the thing open, and hold this awkward kind of thing in order to shine a little bit of light. So something like this was really inexpensive, just off Amazon. I think I got 2 for $8. It works great. I don't know how long it's going to last. It's made of aluminum. It's not the super, you know, brightest light in the world, but it tucks in my pocket really easily and it doesn't look too noticeable. You know, when I have the knife and this side by side, I'm already wearing off the finish, of course. I only got this a week ago, but you know that's not really a huge concern to me. It's really practical for me just to have a little bit of light on me at all times. So really cool addition. Let me just show you guys that again here. You know, you guys can, you know, you can spend a whole bunch of money on stuff like this. I always kind of, you know, with everything in life, I look at what it's going to cost. You know, if you're using something every single day of your life, you know, you may want to go with a higher end brand, especially if like your job or your life depends on it. For me, you know, this is just more of a convenience. When it wears out, I got a backup or I'll replace it. The next thing I always carry is a firearm. This is something I started doing. I waited till I got older to carry a firearm. You know, I just feel like, you know, a firearm is a huge, I know it's so easy to get. It's so easy to obtain a carrying permit depending on your state. But it is a lot of responsibility carrying a deadly weapon. You know, it's unforgiving. Once you pull that, even pull that out of the waistline, you know, is a game changer. Whereas before, you know, you might throw some punches, and I don't get involved in any kind of confrontation. I really try to avoid things, but and I do, you know, I mean, 99% of the time, especially now with COVID, where, you know, I don't go to bars, I don't go to places. I try to stay clear of places where you might have, you know, situations, you know. My younger days, I spent a lot more time in clubs, and you can't bring anything like this into a club, obviously, but, you know, younger days, we're all hotheads, most of us at a younger age, you know, especially males. So I just didn't really think, as much as I've liked guns over the years, I just opted to not have carry a concealed weapons permit and carry a firearm until I got a lot older, you know. And so now I generally, in today's society that we're living in, I did want to get something, and I have this on me almost 24/7. You know, I have other firearms, of course, but when I first started getting involved in you know, I've always had firearms, but the last couple of years I really wanted to increase my collection size. And so I've been getting rid of some of the watches that don't get any wrist time and putting that money into guns, which is definitely a safer, I don't call it an investment, but if you ever want to change your mind and get rid of it because you don't use it or whatever, it's very easy to do so. So I went with the Taurus Spectrum for my everyday carry. It doesn't mean I don't have a second gun on me at times, depending on what I'm doing, but what I like about this gun is that it's so compact, and with this awesome craft leather holster. I wish it was in snake, but you might be seeing this in snake. My guy might be customizing this for me. We'll see. Something like this, it's super, especially with this holster. I'm telling you, the holster is as important as the gun. With this particular holster, the inside the waistband, it's very easy to pop it on and off. This basically just pops on your belt. You snap it closed, and it sits inside your waistline. I could put this all around my entire waist, and it's pretty comfortable to the point where I can be laying on the couch. It's right on my side, and it doesn't cause me any discomfort. The idea that just always having this on me, it's like a wallet. It's always on me. And so that makes it really easy to have this gun readily available. Because I'll be honest with you, when it comes to a full-size gun, again, you may wear larger pants. I mentioned before, my buddy, he carries a 1911 all the time. He tucks it in his waistband, and it's comfortable for him. And he's really a trim dude, pretty skinny guy, and he wears baggier, bigger clothes. He's got the extra room. It's just your style's gonna kind of determine what you wear. Of course, you can always wear something on the the outside of the waistband, but you are putting it out there for the entire world to see. Again, depending on your state, there's nothing wrong with that. I do it many times, but you may not. Sometimes you may not want to do that. You might want to be a little more discreet. So the Taurus Spectrum, in my opinion, is like the best discreet gun that I've seen, just because of the way they designed it. With the rubber coating, with the round edges, with this particular holster, it's super soft and it's comfortable, doesn't dig in anywhere. So that is a fantastic everyday carry gun for me, for my personal preference. Next item on the list is something I've been carrying often, and this is not something I carry every single day, but most of the time you'll see this on my belt. This is a horizontal holster by my guy out of Florida for my Schrade Uncle Henry that I got. Gosh, as a kid. So this knife is over 30 years old. And I wanted something just a little different than the standard sheath. I wanted something a little flashier, right? A little more style conscious. So I had my guy make me one of these, and it's fantastic. Stays in pretty good, like it's not going to fall out. It's definitely got a little bit of friction there. That may loosen up with time and use, but if it does, these are pretty affordable. I'll just have him make me another one. Only downside to this, I should have had him make it for reverse, or I shouldn't say make it. This was something he made, then I had to make me a different holster. I will have to make another for another knife I have, but this is technically designed to be on the right side. So I wear it cross-draw on the left, so I'm wearing it upside down, and the way it's designed, it kind of hangs downwards instead of upwards like this to keep a little bit of gravity holding it in. Not a big deal. If it started to fall out, you can always wear it on the other side, but really cool. Again, this is cobra skin on top of goat leather. Amazing knife sheath. And then the last one, I do like to have a full-size knife, so I had him make me another python sheath for my old school buck special. Again, I got this knife as a little kid. Again, I've had it's been with me a long time. Doesn't get a lot of use, but now that I can, carry it every day, it will. Again, this is something that this is the part of my EDC that I don't always carry, but most of the time, it's nice to have a full-size knife on you. And what I've done with this, I had him lower the belt loop down a little bit. Next go around, I'll have him lower it even with the finger protector, or I forget what you call this part, the top of the finger guard of the knife, just to get this knife higher up on the waist and riding a little bit higher. This way it'll hide under, it'll be easier to kind of tuck it underneath your shirt. And when you get in and out of the car or whatnot, it'll have less of a tendency to poke into the seat. When you wear a knife like this, especially if the belt loop was higher, when you're wearing it on your belt and you go to sit down, generally it will kind of hit the seat or wherever you're sitting, right? And what a lot of times I'll do is I'll just kind of pull it like this and sit down. Well, if it's riding higher, nice thing about that, if you have it riding higher than where your hip is, when you sit down, or your butt cheek I should say, it's not actually going to be poking into the seat. You're not going to scratch your leather in your car. And I'm not saying that a sheath will always do that, but she's got a kind of hard leather on it. You know, you could definitely nick things. So I next go around I'll have him do something like that, much higher ride. But still an amazing sheath. I absolutely love it. If you are interested in a custom knife sheath, I didn't put his information out there because he does this kind of a hobby. I didn't want him to be flooded with orders, but get in contact with me directly and I'll give you some information. So one thing I will, again, have him do next time is not just have this ride higher, but I'll have him put in a belt clip kind of slots here. So you can add a belt clip if you want, or have him stitch one in. And what that'll allow you to do is just basically not have to take off your belt. And what I like about, again, like the craft leather holster, if I'm gonna come home and I want to, you know, for whatever reason I want to take it off, I don't have to take off my whole belt. I can just unclip this if I wanted and put it right down the table without slamming it down and breaking my glass table, right? So really cool EDC. And then, of course, you know, we can't not add a watch in the mix. You'll always find me wearing a watch. You know, today's got an Invicta. This is the Sub-Aqua Specialty with those black gemstones. You know, and I don't want to get involved in all the accessory items, but these are generally the things I always carry, and of course a cell phone, right, with a brown cover. It kind of matches kind of the brown theme of the snakeskin. So that's about it, guys. You know, not, you know, a lot of the EDC, I think with most people, again, kind of changes as you want to try different things and wear different things. That's generally the stuff I carry. You know, you can carry all kinds of stuff with you, you know, depending on your profession, of course, and what you're doing. But for me, you know, I don't need, like, you know, a Leatherman with me and all that stuff. You know, not for normal purposes. Generally, the one things I mainly use often is a knife of some sort, and of course a flashlight. So you know, wall stuff, just kind of, these are accessories. They're meant to be fun as well. So take it for what it is, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. Want to do that video because there are so many EDC videos out there. I had to sell out and do one. So anyway, guys, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you liked some of the cool items I showed you. As always, guys, subscribe to the channel. Have a great weekend and take care.